We've talked about two of the most important positions on the field, middle linebacker and quarterback, but there's some other holes that BYU has to fill. On the offensive side of the ball, Talo, what other position is key for BYU to fill during spring ball?
How could it not be finding someone to step in and replace Curtis Brown, BYU's all-time leading rusher. In speaking with Curtis last year, he had mentioned that the offense, surprisingly, in what people might think, does not run through the wide receivers. It runs through, according to Curtis Brown, through the running backs. Curtis Brown basically said, hey, we're the guys that carry the ball and we're the guys that catch the ball in the backfield, so how could it not? So finding somebody to replace that element in that offensive scheme is going to be crucial.
Curtis Brown, all-time leading rusher, but that's only a small part of what he brought to BYU.
Absolutely.
He was about the most well-rounded back ever to pass through the program. He picked up every blitz, leading receiver last year, led the team in receptions, rushing yards. I mean, that's a huge void that needs to be filled. They have talented running backs that can run the ball, but they need to really step up and show that they can pick up blitzes, catch the ball in the backfield, and just do everything Curtis Brown did, which he did a lot.
Which has actually hindered some guys because some running backs haven't been able to be that all-around back to pick up blitz in a passing scheme. And that's actually hurt some guys, which is why they might not have been able to break that, that playing rotation.
Yeah. A couple things about Curtis, two qualities that are going to be irreplaceable. One is consistency.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he never fumbled.
Never.
Always caught the ball. And then the second thing was he was very durable. He never missed any games. He was always there to run. But I'm going to go a different route with this offensive question. I'm going to say tight end, simply because last year they turned to the tight end whenever they needed a big play. It was always look for Johnny Harleen. And, of course, the biggest play of the year, beating Utah in that final play of the game. John Beck didn't find him by accident.
No.
He was looking for Johnny Harleen, and he looked for him all throughout the year. He caught 12 touchdown passes. That's going to be difficult to replace in the offense, in that they're going to have to find other areas to attack. Not that those tight ends that are coming in, like Vic So'oto and Dennis Pitta and Andrew George, those three are talented guys, but are they going to go to them as much as they went to Johnny Harleen? I don't know. They're going to have to find other ways to get that offense moving, I think, initially.
Right, and this will be something that will be sorted out through spring and fall camp. And the good thing is that BYU has quality talent. It's just like Max Hall said yesterday. We're losing a lot of guys like Curtis Brown and, of course, Johnny Harleen, Dan Coates. But it's always nice to know that you have guys like Vic So'oto, Andrew George, and Dennis Pitta stepping in right behind them.
These guys have been doing it on the practice field for a long time, but they need to do it on the field.
Absolutely.
Well, and that's the point in both positions, running back and tight end. You've seen some guys do a little bit. Now it's their turn to step into the spotlight, see what they can do game in, game out.
Little different on the playing field than on the practice field.
Absolutely.